Hey, how's it going? It's Jackson. Welcome back to Endeavours for the 20th of February. As always, timecodes can be found below and in the description if you just like to jump straight ahead to one endeavour that you're looking for, or if you just want to skip some stuff, I understand. Okay, so I'm back now. Had a few days off to focus on work. It's been good. I've been learning some new cool stuff. I mean, just cool depending on who you ask, I suppose. Yeah, it's looking pretty good. So yeah, we'll get back to endeavours now. So this set here, I would only do the top 3 options. Cycle bosses isn't too bad, but these are all easily doable base game, and they're just less effort. Especially like 2 cycle bosses take some time, and there is like one cycle boss you can get who spawns kindness foes, maybe another one as well, but you don't get them that often in Infinite Archive, and it's just a lot of work better. These are easy as hell, so yeah, I just stay clear. If you got an issue with that, let me know, but yeah, I really don't think many people are going to disagree with this. So what I would do is to loot some clothing items and deconstruct them, because you can use your own materials for crafting some items and then deconstructing them, but why do that when you can just loot a bunch of containers that give you clothing items, and you can just do both of these at once, and then after that just do the kindness foes. You could do it before. Either way, it doesn't matter, because you can just port straight to Imperial City from Overland, which is kind of nice. So we'll start with these 2 options first, but don't really worry too much about the order that you do these. So what you want to do is go to campaigns here. You'll have to be level 10. If you're below level 10 on a character you want to do this on, it's still going to be really easy, but I'll just show you like an alternate after this. It'll just be like a few minutes away. But what you want to do is go to Imperial City here. You want to enter the campaign, and what's going to happen is you're going to be sent to like the safe area, and the safe areas are going to have a bunch of clothing items that you can pick up. They're on like armor stands, maybe they're on like tables and stuff. Anything that you pick up like that, like as an example, the swords over here, these actually count as containers. And that's over here, yeah. So here we go. So here's some boots here. These count as containers. If we go into this room, there should be much more stuff. Over here, this bench, these 2 benches here are the goat for getting light armor. Just bear in mind, oh yeah, sorry, gauntlets, that's heavy armor, that won't count. But yeah, just keep taking anything that's medium or light armor, and that counts as deconstructing in a clothing session. So there's the containers. Now, the area will look a bit different depending on the alliance that you do this on. So if you're Ebonheart Pact, for example, you'll be up on this one. The areas will be different, but the idea is exactly the same. You just have to look around, and just anything that is light armor or medium armor, so things like shoes, boots, jerkin, jack, yeah, like that will all count as long as it shows up in the clothing deconstruction table. So one up here, for example, just come into here, go to deconstruct, get your items here, and deconstruct those, and you're done. So that's 2 done in like a few minutes. That's why I suggest doing it this way. It's really easy. Now let me just show you an alternate if you're below level 10 and you just want to do it on like a new character. It will be, here's the thing, it'll probably be like 30 seconds slower or something like that. You do need a weight shrine though, that's the only thing. So what you want to do instead is go to the Cyrodiil zone. You're not actually going anywhere in there, you're just going to this dungeon here, Wycourt Tower. Now, this dungeon it's not the easiest thing to solo, and I mean, it's probably easy doing Infinite Archive on your own, but you're not fighting anything in here. You're just coming in here and looting some stuff. So it's going to be like basically the same thing. So you've got this stuff down here that you could use. There's only one area that gives you a bunch of clothing in here, so it's this room over here. Just go through the trophy vault door, and in here you'll find all sorts of clothing items. So there's nothing there, but you'll find a jack, braces. Everything else is heavy there. But if you come over here, you've got shoes, boots, some more, that's a weapon. There's also coins. These also count as containers, and you can, yeah, just make a bit of gold while you loot containers. It's really good. Yeah, just keep looking around for anything that isn't heavy armor. So I think there's also a belt somewhere over here. Yeah. So just keep searching these areas. If you loot everything here and you can't find any more that count as light armor or medium armor, what you have to do is just go to the entrance where you came in from. It will take you back out to where you came in from, and all you have to do is you traveled in him from a way shrine, right? So all you have to do is just use that way shrine again and just repeat the process. A lot of the stuff that spawns in here will reset if you do that, because you just leave the zone and come back technically, and it is a dungeon, so it's a small zone on its own. It will reset all the stuff in that room. So you can just do the same thing and just get... once you got your 8 items, that's it. So you just find a crafting station. If you're at a way shrine which is far away from a crafting set of crafting stations, and you don't want to have to move around too much, you can visit trials, because these have crafting stations. I don't know if the 3 Cragborn ones do, but I know Halls of Fabrication does, which is a base game one. So if you want a good option for this, and you don't know what DLCs you own, you can just head in here and do this. So again, you just use a way shrine. So just heading in here, and once you enter, just look for the collecting station. It's right here. You just open this up, go to Deconstruct, and you do the same thing. And once that's done, just go over to... it's right next to the collecting station here. You've got the exit. You hit this, and this will take you straight back to the way shrine as well from where you came in. So yeah, it's pretty convenient basically the whole time when you do that. So yeah, that's the option I would use if you're below level 10. I'd probably use Imperial City just because it's quicker, naturally. Okay, so if you're looking for Chitinous foes, there's only 2 things I suggest with this. Yaghra is really good, but you need the Somerset DLC. But if you want just a base game option that's really good, there's an option here that's not listed in the tooltip, Dreghs. These are big, weird, these things here. So you can find these in 2 good locations. There is Vivek's Antlers, located in the middle of Stonefalls. There are lots of these things here. Just bear in mind, they are pretty tanky, but they're, as far as simplicity goes, they're pretty straightforward to fight. They have like a heavy attack and a conal attack that you can just step out of the way of when they spawn it. So that one there. So yeah, they don't really do anything when they're doing that, so it's pretty easy to deal with them. So yeah, don't be scared of the big health bar. They're not very dangerous. So if you want access to Vivek's Antlers, you can get here through home tours very easily, because you don't naturally own... You own this way shrine, which it's a bit of a trek. You can do that way, but if you want to skip that, if you want to make it quicker, you can just use home tours. I've got a Devas prep video in the description if you want to watch it. It just explains how it works. It's pretty simple. You just go through the group tab here to find the home tours menu, and you just drop to other people's homes, you leave, and then you can just come out here, and it acts as just like a free way shrine, essentially. It's just really, really helpful to get around. Once you use one of these, you just head outside, go west to Vivek's Antlers, and then you've got easy access to this area here. Usually, Vivek's Antlers, though, is the place most people go to do this, so I'll give you another good option in base game, which can be found in Stormhaven. You find these things is called Dreugh. So this is located in the area just out to the northwest of Stormhaven's capital city, so Wayrest, or just the capital, Daggerfall, for that matter. So this area here, you're just looking for this icon here. So over here, all along this massive section here, there's just fucking dregs all over the place. I find this is also utilized by other players, but there's so many Dreugh here that you really... I don't think you're going to struggle just because of how many there are. So you just come down here. So as an example, like you've just got this world boss, all these little Dreghs here that you can fight. Just be aware, you will aggro the Brood Queen if you attack any of them, but they're really weak Dreugh. But yeah, if not, you've just got all these other ones out here that you can kill. There's probably like 40 or 50, I'd say, in this area here. There's fucking heaps of them. If you have this way shrine, I'd say it's the quickest way there. But naturally, if you've never been here before, because you won't have any way shrines in Stormhaven if you've never been, you can just use, again, home tours. It's so bloody helpful. You can either use Garden House, come over here, or probably better off using Hammerdeath Bungalow over here. Just traveling down here, killing some Dreugh on the way, unlocking this way shrine for the future if you want to do this again. Because, man, there are so many of these things all over the place. Look at this. Look at that. Look at all of them all there. Yeah, there's even more there. There's more here. So yeah, you will not struggle for Chitinous foes around here. Okay, the third potentially good option for Chitinous foes is Yaghra. These can be found in various locations mostly through the abyssal geysers located in Somerset, and also some of the areas in Somerset itself. They're just like running around the place. Same with the reef, like coral mud crabs as well that hang along the beach. You can find mud crabs in other places too, but they're usually just like not many, or not enough of them to warrant doing 5 quickly. But yeah, there's some Yaghra as well in front of this, but yeah, honestly, the only thing I would probably go for is abyssal geysers. So there's 6 abyssal geysers you can find. There's one up here, Korgrad. There's one down here, Wellington, next to Somerset's capital, Alinor. You've got Relenthil, you've got Direni, you've got Sunhold down here, and then you've got Silvar Woad. There will only be one up at a time. I'm not certain if these are like in like a pattern or if it's just random which one it chooses next. This is an old incursion type event, so I have no idea. Like the new ones are random, but the old ones are pattern ones, so I don't know, it's weird. Anyway, so yeah, you'll get heaps of Chitinous foes from these, and you can also get a few leads from these. One of them is Shadow Queen's Cowl, which I think is can be a pretty fucking crazy good mythic. But yeah, obviously if you don't have Antiquities, probably don't worry about that either. Yeah, personally I'd just go the Dreugh in Vivek's Antlers or Dreugh side, but you can also use this as a potential option too, because you can get some good stuff from the geysers here, but it's definitely more effort than on your own than just killing the Drakes. So yeah, just do that, I think. Okay guys, that's all for now. So if you have any questions, you know the drill, just give me a holler. But yeah, I'll leave it there. So thanks everyone for watching, thanks for your support as always. See you next time. Happy Friday, and yeah, all the best.